Eating Mike Tyson's ass.
Eating Mike Tyson's ass. Oh no!
Yep, this is pretty much how I got into this whole mess in the first place. Not because of some weird philosophical questions or me trying to research some pretentious stuff, but it's just me at 3 AM thinking that, hey, this dog woman shouting eating Mike Tyson's ass is actually quite funny, and perhaps the funniest thing I've ever seen. Being a VTuber fan is like being a Buddhist, except of trying to do good, you're being 5 times more degenerate. If you're a Buddhist, you've heard this thing called reincarnation. If you do good things in this life, you'll be a good thing in the next life, like a very rich guy or something. But if you do bad things, then in the next life, you're gonna be reborn into something like a cockroach. But I don't know, man, some cockroaches are Is the VTuber fan life cycle real, or is it just me talking out of my ass? I'm gonna explain it with the best of my abilities, yeah? So stay with me. So, the first part of the cycle, welcome to the big corpos. It's like where the big boys play. Hololive, Nijisanji, VShojo, pretty much all the best research materials belong in this phase of the life cycle, alright? Here you pretty much see the cute boys doing cute things, cute girls doing cute things. Maybe you got into this because of some pink woman saying the N-word, or maybe you got that Latina fever and then you saw pink woman speaking Spanish or something. Meanwhile, you think you're the master race in this part of the cycle. You think that, oh my god, everybody watching other stuff instead of my big corpos? Trash. Trash. That's what most people think when they're in the cycle, but they just don't want to say it out loud. But like everything in this world, it doesn't stay that way. One of the talents decides to leave because life happens, shit happens, or maybe because they did some bad shit that they had to be thrown away from the company. But hey, even worse, maybe the companies are being big dipshits. So yeah, after this happens, your ego might be pretty bruised and you only got 2 options. You either stay in this cycle and pick another talent from the company you choose to support. Maybe you want to try some indie VTubers, but you got cold feet because you're too scared of the indie landscape, so you move on to the small corpo phase. Yeah, baby, the small corpo phase. You're ready for something new, you're ready for something fresh, you're ready for something to surprise you. So in this place, companies like Phase Connect is stationed here. There's a lot more creative freedom for the talents, to some limits of course. They really did some fun and interesting stuff. Maybe they shit talk their bosses. Who's gonna be mad at them? Some big company sponsors? They don't care, they're gonna say whatever the hell they want.
I just want to have sex with my brother. Is that so wrong of me?
Hey, just like life, things doesn't always go well. Or maybe the small company just closed down and a big VTuber corporation just buys them. Maybe that VTuber company that you're supporting suddenly decides to focus more on shilling their merch. If the Phase Connect coffee beans does not result from the girls eating the coffee beans, shitting it out, and then the shit getting processed into coffee beans, we're gonna have a big issue here, folks. Small VTuber corpos, they got some research material as well. Again, because of drama or because of the corporation closing, you either got 2 choices. You stay in the cycle and look for different talents or different companies. If you decided to move on into the next phase, then welcome to the Indie VTuber phase. Okay, so the Indie VTuber phase of the cycle. I count VTubers from Mythic and VTuber here. Now, in this part of the cycle, I'm sorry to say, but the research material is kinda not good. You can see different types of VTuber models, either some weird shit like a half human, half snake hybrid that's really monstrous but kinda hot, or maybe a bit more conventional, just like a fox girl. Whoever you pick, as long as it's according to your taste, it's a win-win for everybody. Familiar voices from your past sometimes pops up in this cycle, and when that happens, that's probably one of the best things in the world.
Good morning, motherfuckers!
Yeah, but I'm sorry to say, things are not going to be always perfect, darling.
In the business, we call this foreshadowing.
Maybe that indie VTuber that you like to watch got into drama because they're actually a horrible person. So yeah, you got 2 choices here. Either by continue supporting your favorite VTuber that gets involved in the drama and questioning your own very moral fibers, or just be a wiser man or woman, or anybody in between, and look for a new VTuber to support. Maybe it's not because of that. Maybe it's because that indie VTuber that you support suddenly decided to join a corporation because it gives them much more safety, it gives them much more resources. Or maybe the new corporation decides to debut someone that is somehow familiar, very familiar, but if you're a Sigma, you're able to break free of this cycle. And you know what? I'm gonna watch any VTuber I like. I don't care if they're from a big company, a small company, or an indie VTuber. I will just watch them. And that's the Sigma. the true gooner, the one who goons, the one who breaks free of the cycle to goon to whoever they want. And that's pretty much the VTuber fan life cycle, really. So yeah, tell me about your experience with VTuber fans, or maybe if you're part of the life cycle, or you're a Sigma who manages to break free of the cycle, who knows? Let me know in the comment section below, and yeah, just tell me, alright? Please.
No! She left me for a soda! She left me for a soda!